Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbish rahli sadri wa yassirli amri fahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Astaghfirullah Rabbi min kulli zambin wa atubu ilayh. Warm welcome to all of my lovers, followers, subscribers, friends, everybody who's been watching my videos from a long time. I always have been with you guys on different occasions, on different issues relevant to my sweetest country, relevant to my sweetest homeland, and always try to raise issues which are very much important for the country, for the people of country, and obviously what globe is thinking about us. So I always try to mitigate some negativities what we have for from a nation, unfortunately, which is. So in this journey, I definitely would love to thank to all of you that who always stood with me, who always appreciated me, who always supported me. By all of your supports, your helps, today I am able to find out different issues on which I am going to discuss most of the times. So guys, little bit I think friends are today waiting because this is bit unplanned transmission, so might be possible some of the friends might be thinking might be a little bit more late, but it's not the case. Today I have tried to start at very accurate time, and the transmission is not going to be very long. You must have seen the thumbnail that today everybody is aware what is happening in our country and what the situations we people are facing in our country. Yasser, thanks a lot for joining. Yasser, first please tell me, because you are the first one to join the transmission, so please tell me my voice and video is clear to you guys. But please tell me. I'm fine, Yasser. So might be facing some problem, that is not more. In fact, I just wanted to know that my voice and video is clear to you, all of you guys, or not. Then I must be starting it formally, because I've told you that today I am going to discuss an important issue which is raising in our country, and unfortunately that we people are supposed to face this dilemma once again. If you people remember my last transmission, live transmission on last Saturday, what I do from some other place, did from some other place. So I gave you this information that what has been happening in our country, what has been the situation our country has been facing from 1985. And unfortunately, democracy here is always been weakened and not been very much flourishing. Shortest time even, been passed. 1988, this was the government of Pakistan People's Party, like Bibi was the prime minister. She just remained prime minister for, only for 18 years. Oh, sorry, 18 months. So we observe that thing even. So that's why, because today the government party is on the road, opposition parties are on the road. So I consider that we must be discussing the situation at any cost so that we could be observing and we could be analyzing the things in according to our analysis, our mentality, what is going on in our country. So guys, I think people are busy, so no problem. I am live, and after a short while, after 3 to 4 hours, my video is being uploaded on YouTube, so you could watch it later. And also you should come in the comments and give your comments there, whatever you think about the situation, because I'm going to discuss the situation, what country has been facing. So guys, very first of all, I would like to tell you that today opposition is on the road, the government is on the road, and round about 4 years have been passed of present regime, and opposition is planning and thinking that government has been ruined, government has been weakened, government has been totally failed, and the government is unable to give solution to the people of Pakistan, to the nation of Pakistan, and they definitely disappointed the people. They disappointed the people of Pakistan. So that's why opposition is thinking that government does not have this right to rule on definitely on this country. So they must go back to their homes, and opposition is willing that government must be handed over to the opposition so that country could be managed, country could be handled in the proper way. And it is unfortunately, I don't understand, I don't think, and I don't know whether the government has been failed or not, but I know one thing: inflation is on peak, unemployment is on peak, all the things, mismanagement, and definitely there is not at all management in any department in Pakistan. Wherever you go in the department, wherever you are having some task, so it comes very difficult for you, because, and here I would like to tell, you cannot blame just on government. Okay, somewhere government has given the open hand to the officers. What the officers are doing here, what the bureaucracy is doing in our country, this is also one of the biggest unfortunate, because I tell you that government definitely is super sovereign on bureaucracy. But what the bureaucracy is doing in our country, what they people are thinking, what they people are doing practically, they are considering themselves unfortunately, the big vagabonds, I have to say, unfortunately, with big sorry to all. Definitely I cannot talk about everyone, but majority of the people, majority of the bureaucrats, they consider themselves that they people are something else, they people are not from this nation, and definitely that whosoever poor, whosoever the nation man is coming to them, they people are considering that we are not here to do anything for the betterment of the people, for the people of Pakistan, for the poor of Pakistan. But it is unfortunately they people are not understanding, they people are not considering this thing, and it is one of the fact. Okay, I agree that government has been failed in many sections. The biggest problem, two biggest problems are there. Very first of all, inflation, what they believe themselves also. And secondly, that the people are unable to provide employment to the people. This is also one of the fact. This is also one of the truth. But they people, if they people are trying, if they people have tried, but no result in front. In front, there is nothing that we are unable to find out nothing if the government is doing all of these things. This is also one of the facts. Here, I tell you that I am not, because we journalists, we people are obviously, we are not biased one. We are not from the one-sided. We people have to give complete picture of the situation. So here, where I am talking about the government, definitely I'd be talking about the opposition too. That what their role is being performed, what they people are performing role in all of this dilemma. And obviously, first of all, because government is having the power, government is having the rule, government is ruling, basic liability goes to the government that they people are supposed to. They people are supposed to find out issues, find out solutions, find out remedies for the people, for the poor people, for the deserving people of Pakistan. But they people are helpless. They people are unable to do this. Very first of all, we must blame all of them. That, okay, Prime Minister has been saying from last 4 years or even from last 20 years that management, professionals should be there. What he was saying that in every department we must appoint professionals. Mean there shouldn't be any person who is non-professional in any department. What he tried to, but what we got, what we have had today, what we have attained, nothing. This is one of the unfortunate. And I consider that this totally liability goes to the government. This failure totally goes to the government, that the people are unable to find out solutions. The people are unable to find out remedies for these crises. Whose fault is this? We must be considering that whose fault is this if government is failed to tackle all of these situations. Whose fault is this? Still, after 4 years, they people have been blaming oppositions or the parties who were in the power previously. But so, since how long would you have been doing like this? I mean, just okay. We believe that we faced many problems in all of the eras. This is one of the facts. But you please tell me, while you are spanning 4 years, so you haven't been able to find out even the one remedy for any crisis or solution or any problem. What you are saying, okay, we are, and also, so I want to tell you that you also been saying that the present opposition or PMLN has been in power from last 30 years. Okay, so if we start counting the things, so I tell you that from last round about 9 years, you've been in power in KPK. But what is happening there? That what is happening even in the local elections, in the by-elections, you people are losing your seats. People of KPK, they people are now, definitely they are fed from you. This is the real story. So, I mean, if you just been listening your consultants, your ministers, so I tell you that you people are going to face much more trouble, much more problem. This is one of the unfortunate. So for God's sake, listen to the music, face the criticism. That you need to face the criticism. So if you just be believing that everything is going on well, so this is not the case. I'm telling you very openly in front of globe, not just in country, that complete globe is listening my voice. So here what we need to do, for God's sake, very first of all, you must give some relief to the people, some relief to the commons, some relief to the deservings, some relief to the paupers who are helpless, spending their lives. That just means they people are going to fulfill the expenditure of their rentals, or they are going to afford their educational expenses for their kids, or they should be going for their daily utensils, or they people should be going for the shelter, where they should go, what they should do. So at least you must give some solution at least for these things. If you are unable to do, then you know that the same thing which is going on today, you need to face that. Okay, you said very true. What happened that Islamic nations have been bit gathered, and it is one of the big, I consider, your progress what you have attained. It is a fact. I do agree, but it is not just enough. Just by doing all of these things, we cannot. I consider what I've been raising my voice from last many years in newspapers, in my channels, on electronic media, wherever I go, that why we people are unable to set up factories, why people are unable to set up mills, why people are unable to set up small business where round about 100 families could be adjusted, where they people are going to have their daily utensils, their earnings. But we people are not focusing on that. All the things we are importing from other countries. So tell me, when all the things you are importing from other country, definitely you have to, very first of all, you have to send dollars to the other countries, which is the fact. And definitely we need dollars must be coming in the country. Okay, we believe in definitely the people, Pakistanis who are living in other countries, abroaders. They're very important. What the people are sending to their families, even definitely these things must be performing very important role to kill the poverty. It is a fact, but it cannot completely to an extent. So very first of all, we need to increase the business values in our country. We need to increase business setups in our country. We need to increase factories in our country. We need to increase mills in our country. We need to increase small business in our country, where minimum 50 to 100 families must be involved, and they must be getting their daily utensils and must be earning from there. And obviously, we people are having the population of 200, around 20, 30 million people are living in Pakistan, in this homeland. And then definitely what we people are having are commodities, are perfections, are products, what definitely productive things we people are producing. We can export as well. From there we can receive dollars. So all the time when you are saying that, people who are living in abroad and their families are living here, so those are very important. No doubt the people are very important. But the thing is that while just you cannot depend on them, roundabout how many people might be living there? 5 million, 6 million, 7 million, or 8 million, or the maximum is 10 million. So is it possible while they people are sending the dollars or euros or whatever or reals, so your country could be working or flourishing through that? No, these could be supportive. This could be highly supportive to you. This is obviously admissible, but you cannot rely, but you cannot trust on. It is one of the unfortunate. This is the biggest unfortunate for us. So for God's sake, I request to the government, even now, if you just, we have listened all the time, business for small, loans for small businesses, definitely given to the people, for the deservings, who can't afford. So for God's sake, this is not the case. This is not the case. Where you are going to give even $500,000 to any person, you are giving these much restrictions. What you are not giving restrictions to the people who are borrowers of the big amount, who are getting in billions or trillions, you are not giving, because somewhere the people must be connected with the government or any resources one is having, which is one of the biggest unfortunate. So they people could be given. And if anybody who is just willing to get smaller loans of $500,000 or 1 million, so definitely what you people are doing, that you are not giving to those people. You are not giving to those people that who just might be possible, who are going to spend 10 lakhs, who are going to invest 10 lakhs or 1 million and must be earning many more millions and must be flourishing many more families by this practice. But unfortunately, you people are not willing to give. You are not willing to give loans to those people. This is one of the biggest fact. This is one of the biggest truth I consider. But unfortunately, we are not focusing on that. Then we are saying that we people are facing financial issue. How is it possible that we are not going to face financial issue? We are supposed to face financial issues. Why? Because we people are not focusing on the basic things. We are not focusing on the SMEs. This is the unfortunate. But all the time, today what the Prime Minister is saying in the procession, that why opposition, so I tell you that opposition is not doing it. I was just listening to yesterday the voice of Maryam Nawaz. What she was saying? She was saying that definitely when an anchor asked this question from her, that who started this? Who started this inflation march? She said, not opposition. People who can't afford, who are helpless, spanning their lives, who are spanning their lives in a difficulty. She was speaking very truly. And I think she admitted by herself that opposition's role is nothing. This is the role of people. This is the role of common. This is the role of people who have now fed up from this government just because of the inflation. Nobody is purchaser. Everyone is seller on very, very small amounts. Whatever you people are having, everything is being sold out nowadays. Even I've seen many families, people are selling their common uses things of home. People are supposed to, people have to, unfortunately. So who is responsible for this? Why people are doing this? Many people are committing suicides. Why? Because people are helpless to spend their lives. People are unable to spend their lives in a proper way. Why? Just because of the negligence of the governments. Not definitely one thing I would be supportive to Prime Minister, that what he is saying that previous governments also didn't perform a good role. Yes, you are right. But unfortunately, present regime, Mr. Prime Minister, you also have failed to perform. You also have failed to perform in a well way. You also have failed to curtail the issues of Pakistan, the people of Pakistan, which is one of the unfortunate. But it is one of the fact. This is true, that this has been happening, that no government has been able to find out any remedy for the people of Pakistan. If anybody has found out the remedies, so that is for their own families, that is for their own friends, that is for their own relatives, not for the people of Pakistan, which is one of the unfortunate. Unfortunate is there. Simultaneously, opposition is also on the roads. So please tell me, you are on the, I'm talking to opposition, you are on the roads, good. You people are becoming the voice of people, voice of 220 million people. Thanks a lot. We really appreciate. But just tell me that, have you done it for yourself or for the people of Pakistan? So unfortunately, we will be able to find out the answer that you people are doing it for yourself, not for ourselves, not for the people, not for the deserving, not for the paupers, not for the poor ones. You people are doing whatever you people are doing. You are doing for yourself, which is one of the unfortunate. Why? Because while you people are facing FIRs, while you people are facing cases, while you people are facing threats from the government that just not to raise your voice, not to become voice of people, otherwise you will be FIR'd, you will be definitely, many things could be occurring against you. Then you start, then first of all, you hide yourself, you conceal yourself. After some time, you try to speak up while people focus you, while people become active, then you have to be. Which is one of the unfortunate, which one is supposed to accept it, what you people are supposed to accept. It is one of the fact. But unfortunately, we people are not focusing on that. Are we doing something for the people? For the people of Pakistan? Today, if opposition is on the roads, is it because of the people? Is it because of the problems of the people? No, not at all. This is not the case. This is not the reality. When I was creating, and many of my friends were creating, the voice against violence against Muqaddam's family. Where was this opposition? Where was the Maryam, Aurangzeb and Nawaz? Where was Azma Bukhari? Anybody went? Anybody went there in the court, at their homes, or continued supporting them? Please tell me. This is my question. This is my question from opposition. Where was Mr. Fazlur Rahman? Where was Bilawal? Nobody. Because, raising voice against violence, to be standing with truth is not an easy task. It is one of the biggest fact. To be standing with the truth, to be standing against the violence, to raising your voice against injustice is not an easy task. And where everyone is saying, the Holy Prophet, all of the caliphs, Imams, Awliyas, all raise this voice. Without justice system, your society could never ever be flourished. Tell me the atrocities. Tell me the atrocities, not just here against the innocents, or also against the Muslims all over the globe. What are you talking about? What are you going to do about the Kashmiris? What are you going to do about the Palestinians? What are you going to do about the Afghanis? What are you going to talk about the war where also, because we people, Muslims, not just supposed to talk about the Muslims, even we people are supposed to talk about the non-Muslims. What is happening in Ukraine and Russia? What is happening in India against Muslims? Can you please tell me? Nobody can. So why you people are not raising voice against injustice? Because it's not an easy task. It is not an easy thing to stand for justice. It is not an easy thing while you people are supporting or raising voice for the sake of justice. It's not an easy thing. There you have to be the follower of Hussain alayhi salam, because like Hussain alayhi salam gave us lesson wherever you people are going to observe injustice. So for God's sake, you have to stand, because not this has been just ordered by Almighty, ordered by everyone, all of the caliphs, all of the prophets, and definitely by Almighty, that you people are supposed, because Almighty likes justice. Almighty is based on justice. Where we people are having the concept of doomsday, so just tell me that what is going to happen in doomsday. Obviously on doomsday, we people are supposed to go towards justice system. We people are supposed to face. Then what we are going to do? What was happening in Usman Mirza's case? Thanks to God that justice has been done. Inshallah, in next video, I would be creating for Usman Mirza, because I created many videos against that bastard. So where our political parties are standing? Are they standing with the truth? Are they standing with the lie? Are they going to raise voice against injustice or not? We people are supposed to decide it. Even the opposition is saying that, okay, that present regime has been failed and we people are going to handle the situation, handle the obviously regime. So very first of all, I would request the opposition, if you people are unable to raise voice for the truth, if you people are unable to bring justice in the society, so for God's sake, just leave us alone. Now we can't believe it. We can't accept it. We can't accept injustice wherever the injustice is going on. So people are supposed to raise their voice, and now people must be, and people would be. Now we people are entering in next century. We have entered in where all of the globe is now one. Now we people are supposed to talk about humanity. We people are definitely supposed to talk about our religion too. We people are definitely Muslims and we are proud to be Muslims. But here, if we are Muslims, so definitely we people are supposed to talk about the justice more and more. Now these things would not be working. Any injustice is going to occur and the people are going to be silent. And really I salute to the people, to the people of Pakistan, to the nation of my sweetest nation and the great nation, that like they people raised voice against the Muqaddam's case. How they became the voice of that family. Okay, the family even faced many more troubles just because of some lacks here in our society, in our governmental systems, or also in our justice system. But they people stood up and Almighty has given them the justice. But we have to keep an eye on them because procedures are still there. The High Courts, the Supreme Court, the President's plea, all these 3 steps are to be covered. So we have to keep our eye on that. So my question from opposition, today opposition is saying, okay, that the procession of the government has been failed and the procession of opposition has been successful. So for God's sake, tell me, if your procession has been successful, if it's working very well, you people are on the way that Maryam was saying, that just look at the procession. We people are still till Gujranwala and definitely we must be entering to Islamabad tomorrow in the capital of Pakistan. So for God's sake, that is it because of this opposition or because of those people who are walking, who are moving, who are running, who are passing their journey through anything, whatever they people are having, because they people are facing problems. Because of their problems, they people are in that march. It is not because of opposition, I tell you very clearly. It is all because of the people they are facing problems. The people who are facing troubles. The people are helpless, spanning their life in an easy way. They people are against the regime. And I also would request to the opposition, if your vote of confidence is going to be successful and going to be in the favor of opposition, and they people are going to handle the regime, so keep this thing in your mind. If you people are not going to solve, if you people are not going to give remedy to the people of Pakistan, so definitely you must be and you would be rejected very, very soon. If you people are going to be in the power, then you will have to tackle the issues, you will have to tackle the problems of Pakistan as early as possible, because people are going to die. So this is one of the biggest unfortunate. This is one of the biggest bad luck to us, that our political parties are not working very well. They are just doing whenever they people are having their own interests. But here I would like to admire also Mr. Nawaz Sharif, that he has never compromised. This is fact. Because what he is saying, that whenever the government, if present regime has been failed, so okay, vote of no confidence is a legal thing, is according to the constitution. If I don't know what is going to happen, inshallah, after 4-5 days, things will be clear. And I would try, whenever the vote of no confidence is going to be held, so I would be with you live, inshallah, and must be discussing the things with you. what is going to happen. But one thing he did very right, that he did no compromise and said to the people and said to one's party that no compromise would have to be made, if any, because I tell you that this is the ultimate solution. This is the ultimate remedy, that if any government is failing, and must be removal must be according to the legalities, removal must be according to the constitution, then definitely things are going to be settled down. This is one of the fact. This is one of the fact. If any government, if any regime is going to face failure while having the troubles of people, people are in trouble and they people are helpless. They people are failed to find out remedies for the people of Pakistan. So removal must be. I repeat, quote my words, if any regime is going to fail to find out the remedies for the people of Pakistan, for the poor of Pakistan, for the pauper of Pakistan, so removal must be according to the legalities, removal must be according to the constitution. We stand by them. But unfortunately, here everybody is looking for oneself. What the market is open, unfortunately. This is also one of the fact, guys, for God's sake, not just believe on one person. This is also one of the fact that open market is there in Islamabad nowadays. We have to keep an eye on that also. We have to be caring about also that who are the sellers, who are the purchasers, and who could be purchased out, who could be sold out. We have to keep eye on them so that we could be finding out the right persons for our next regimes. So my request to the people, if any removal is going to be held, if that is according to the rules and regulations, so we must support. And if next government comes and is failed to find out remedies for the people of Pakistan, so they also must be punished, they must be brought out from the government within no time, like the present move is on. I would be with you, inshallah, on the day of vote of no confidence, and must be supporting to all of you to keep an eye on politicians. Thank you very much. Long live Pakistan.